Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with our CDT, Marithe. She mans our woman's, our rheostat dental lab. So I'm going to ask her a few questions. There's a lot of marketing around this 24-hour permanent teeth, and I know that's something I've talked about a lot, but I just want to go through the processing time to turn around a arch of zirconia, right? So I think this will help a lot of people see why you don't want your permanent teeth to be made in 24 hours. And so everybody who's marketing permanent teeth in 24 hours, stop it. You don't want teeth that are made in 24 hours. Trust me, the quality, think about the finishing time, right? And the detailing. So let's go through it. First thing you're going to be doing, right, is getting all the files in this computer. Yep. And you're going to design the smile. How long is that designing going to take?
Designing doesn't take very long. I think maybe, for me, 30 minutes at max to do a design. Yeah.
All right. So a full mouth. So maybe an hour for a full mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So an hour for a full mouth. And then what are you going to do after you've designed it?
We nest it in our CAM software, which right now I'm nesting one arch.
There you go. So that's called nesting. So we design it, nest it, nesting. Does that take much time?
No.
Okay. And then processing that, I know you have to process the
calculations. They take up to 20 minutes to an hour, depending upon the detail of the arch.
Okay. That's per arch. So we might be, is it safe to say maybe 2 hours from initial files, you receive them from whatever system somebody's using. 2 hours now, we've got a product ready to be milled.
Yep. Cool.
All right, let's go over to our mills. Let's check it out. So we'll just, you'll have to kind of follow us through. The lab's right there. And then our mills are in here. And we happen to be milling one right now. Right there. So milling an arch. What do you think? What's the time frame on milling an arch?
Three hours is about the average. Sometimes it can go up to 4.
Okay.
But you have to think about all the burrs that are switching out, making sure all the details are put into the arch itself.
Okay. So we get out a white state, or what do you call it? Green state. Green state. Green state chalky zirconia. It needs to be centered in an oven. And so we're looking at now, we've had 4 hours per arch. Let's just say the lab, these people that are promising 24-hour teeth, they probably have 2 mills, right? They're probably milling 2 at a time, so it's only 4 hours for both to be milled at the same time, on top of the 2 hours of design and nesting. Okay, so we're at 6 hours.
Yes.
Okay, so 6 hours. Now it's time to bake these things, right?
Yeah.
Let's walk on back. So we'll take those freshly milled, and actually before we bake them, now I'm sure these guys aren't detailing them, or if they are, they can't spend much time with it, but you detail them by hand, right?
Yes. Well, depending on the design itself, if I can get it all digitally created, I don't have to spend that much time. But sometimes it can take about an hour to do green state because it's very delicate and you want to make sure that you're doing every modification before you center and get it into its hard state.
Okay, so let's throw like 1 hour on there. So we're at 7 hours. Now it's time to go into this bad boy, which is a zirconia oven. So give us an idea of what's the bake times and pros and cons to baking them fast.
Yes, so there is such thing as speed centering full arch. That could be 4 hours. Ideally, we want to center at a full rate, which is between 12 to 14 hours for maturation for the zirc. So I like to do the 12 to 14 hour cycle, but because of speed centering, it's created a faster production time.
So obviously the point of this video is to help people understand the physical limitations to delivering 24-hour permanent teeth that are excellent and amazingly done, that are really genuinely, authentically permanent, right? That's my big issue is people claiming they're permanent. The reality is there's some definite cutting the corners, if you will, to do this, okay? So we're already, if we centered at, let's say speed, we're at the 7 plus the 4, we're at 11 hours, okay? So let's say you took your images, you did the surgery at 8 o'clock. You're the fastest surgeon ever. You completed the surgery, upper and lower arches, and total of 4 hours, all your images. You got this by noon. Not happening, but I'm giving the best case scenario in a unicorn world. But noon, and now we add 11 hours. We're at 11 p.m. If I'm doing my math right. Yeah. So you've got this person sticking around. They're at the office, at the lab at 11 p.m. You've already gone home as the patient. And I guess in nothing, maybe nothing, probably a denture or nothing, really. You're going to come back the next day. So they've got to have this done within business hours next day. We're at 11 p.m. It's out of the center. What do we need to do now?
Now you need to layer it. You need to give it actual character. You need to layer the gingiva, so you have to cut it, obviously cut the zirconia out of the stabilizer and make sure that everything is flush. Check it on, if they do have a model and provide it in 24 hours, check fit that, and then layer.
Okay.
So that could take, I mean, if they're not doing high detail like we do here, it could take them a very short amount of time, maybe an hour, 2 hours to layer non-realistic
per
bones.
arch.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're not doing a ton of detail, and we will do a separate video for that, but there's detail that matters, right? And that's really where the variance happens in these 24-hour permanent teeth. Is you're rushing something that's supposed to be a highly detailed, very customized, undetectable, realistic looking set of teeth, right? So up close, you'll tell the difference between someone who's had it detailed really well and someone who's had it rushed, okay? So, but we just said maybe a couple hours per arch, so we've added another 4 hours. Maybe they have 2 technicians, but let's just say we're at 3 a.m. So 3 a.m., they've got maybe something that is, now do they need to, I guess would be final baking and glazing. Now, baking, does that include baking time?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what kind of ceramic they're using too. Some kits, it can take 1 bake, and then some it takes 2 or more, depending on the system itself. Yeah. These people that are doing 24-hour teeth, I believe they're only using like a very simplified way to do it. So it probably could take them under an hour to do both arches, because they could fire them at the same time if they have the oven capacity. Yeah. So
I think the point we're making, we can kind of sum it up this way: is it's doable. It's just, if you're wanting to not rush something that should be premium, looks super natural, go to the Innovative Tooth Fairies Instagram page. You will see the difference. That's what I love about what we're doing for people with final zirconia, is we're making it premium, so realistic. It shouldn't be rushed, in my opinion, in 24 hours. And you can just give somebody something so much better than something that's trying to be rushed. We put people in a premium temp that rarely, if ever, has any trouble for the 6 months that we let them heal, adapt, and evaluate their smile. And then we develop something that you're not rushed. You get to do the 14-hour, bake. You get to do detailing. And how many hours do you spend per arch detailing the zirconia?
A lot.
Yeah.
I spend a full day normally on everyone's arch. I want to make sure it's perfect for you. It matches your gingival color. You like the teeth shape. It's the shade that you want, and it's all customized to each patient. So, yeah, that's what makes it special.
Fantastic. Thanks, Marithe. And come to Innovative Dental. Watch our live implant webinar we have every week. You're going to learn a lot about the process, but I think this is something I just wanted to highlight, the variability with these common marketing tactics of, hey, get your permanent teeth done tomorrow. Okay? Cool. Bye.